You need to love yourself with a fierce, unyielding force. Love yourself like you love that thing you nearly killed yourself for. I want you to take all of your energy and put it into loving yourself, because that is truly the only way good things can happen for you. Hi, I'm Junius, and for the past 20 years, I've been traveling the world interviewing the biggest and best celebrities to find out the secrets to how they create things and the secrets to their success. Up until now, I use this information solely for my own benefit, but now I want to share what I've learned with the world. The pandemic was really, really hard on me. And I think I probably need to just write this down, but I just wanted to come and talk to you guys because I was producing content on a high level. My videos still go viral to this day. I went viral the other week. I went viral. My cousin just sent me a couple of videos of mine that are going viral right now as we speak. They're not on my page because YouTube demonetized me, but you know, when people send me this stuff that me going viral, it doesn't matter to me because it doesn't feed into me loving myself. I just wanted to come here very authentically and not with a script. I wanted to come here and just sort of talk to all of the people, the nearly 10,000 people who subscribe to my site. Subscribe to my YouTube page and come to you vulnerable, come to you without a plan, come to you without a script. Now, I will put together more in-depth content, but I just want to let you guys know that I spent the last 4 years learning to love myself. And I love myself a lot. I love myself to the point where I can show more bits of vulnerability. I love myself to the point where, I'm able to be a better dad. I'm able to be a better friend to people. There was a time when I hated myself so much that it transformed and showed up as ego, and that ego hurt people. That ego didn't care about other people's feelings. That ego, I identified with that ego so much. I identified with that character so much to the point where it burned bridges. It wasn't building true connections with people or the moments that I was in. There were moments that I was just doing things strictly and solely to please my ego and to try to add to my resume to advance my career. And I came across some things I want to share with you guys. A couple of quotes about loving yourself, or the lack thereof loving yourself. Bell Hooks wrote, "Most of us did not learn when we were young that our capacity to be self-loving would be shaped by the work we do and whether that work enhances our well-being." And I think you can tell a lot by the work that people do and the work that people put out, right? I think being genuine was always a part of me, but I like to say I always showed up to be the realest version of myself and to be real. But I also grew up in a time where being unapologetically you was the thing to do. And I would go places and show up being unapologetically me. But yeah, I didn't really truly love myself. So while I'm being unapologetically me, I was being a version of myself that I thought people loved. And I was being unapologetically a version of that. I thought that we lived in a country where free speech is a thing and I can say anything I wanted to say, whether or not it hurt people or not, as long as that's what I felt. I identified with a lot of my thoughts until I had to come across this idea that your thoughts are not real. You are not your thoughts. And that really helped me. It changed a lot on how I looked at things and how I viewed things. And I realized that being unapologetically me kept me stuck in the past. And there's a lot of things. It's like lingering guilt, shame keeps you stuck in the past. All these old emotions keep you stuck in the past. And I remember when I was in third grade, I was in gifted and talented, and most of the black kids were in physical education, but I was in visual arts, and that was the class that I was in. And there was only one other black person in that class, and another kid named Gino who was brown. He wasn't black, but he was brown. And we were friends, but all the other black kids, all of them were in physical education. And when we would interact, They would tease me. They would say these things to me, and they made me feel so low. Just thinking about that memory brings back like deep emotions that I don't know if I dealt with yet. But I love myself, and that's some of the things that I had to really, really, make moments of reflection to truly fall in love with myself, to truly believe that, hey, I am a great person. Hey, that it's okay to just be. You don't have to be anything else other than be. All you have to do is just show up and just be present. And I think allowing myself and giving myself that amount of grace to just show up and be present helped me a lot. Because being present is really a key. Being present is the key to loving yourself. Because when you think about the past and your past mistakes or past versions of you, it could it keeps you stuck in the past. It keeps you confined. It keeps you from being your best self. And when you focus on the flip side, when you focus on the future, that also keeps you stuck in a place that isn't true to what you do. I'm a big fan of Hakuin, who's a great Zen master, and they are firmly believe in the present moment and sitting meditation. But yeah, then it leads me back to when you focus on the past, you can get stuck on those mistakes that you've made, the things that you've done, and it could keep you trapped in your own personal jail cell. But one of the best things I've learned was from Denzel Washington. And I asked him about the baseball on a string in the movie Fences, and that it goes places, but it ends up coming right back to where you are. And I asked him how to deal with that. And he said, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. And I don't know if that's actually a Denzel Washington quote, but I know personally he told me that. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. And as long as you stand up more times then you fall, it's fine. And we're all going to fall. We're all human. None of us are perfect, but we are God's children. And Jesus said it'll rain on the just and the unjust. And your mistakes and your faults isn't a reason not to love yourself. Your mistakes and your faults are what make you unique. Your mistakes and your fault are what makes you you. And the beautiful thing about those mistakes and faults making you unique is that they are not unique to you. We all will go through things. My friend told me today, she said, how do you feel about the content you make? Do you feel like you're not special, or do you feel like you're this or that? And I said, I'm nothing, but I'm also everything. So it is what it is. And I think that's what we truly need to understand and recognize, that we are nothing, but yet everybody is nothing. And being nothing, being not unique, helps us to be more original. It helps us to be free, because you realize that everybody struggles with things. And if you love yourself, and you should love yourself despite all of your faults, because you are a creation of God. And when you love yourself, you're able to move forward in a way that's helpful and beautiful for you. I don't know if that made sense, but this is my video and I'm putting it out anyway. I'm just going to keep pushing forward with creating content, whether I like it or not. And as I continue to do this, I'll get better and better and better. And then eventually we'll see if we can revive this channel. I'm happy because everything has repercussions to it. That's why the name of the channel is Happy Behr. I'm just going to be happy because everything you do is going to have repercussions. People are going to talk about you whether you do it. They're going to talk about you whether you don't. So you might as well live up and show up as the best version of yourself. I'm going to love me because God created me. I'm going to love me because I'm one of God's beautiful, multifaceted, unique creations. I'm going to love me because my mother loves me. I'm going to love me because my son loves me. I am a world changer, and so are you. I was driving to take my son. I need to go pick him up. I was driving to take my son to his grandmother's house because she watches him while I work from home, and there was traffic. And I said, one person caused all this backup. One person doing something that they shouldn't be doing caused all this backup. And that's just a reflection of how powerful and how interconnected we all are. And I don't know if you despise traffic the way that I despise traffic, but that made me feel a little bit better, and it made me feel more in love with myself. So yeah, that's my video for today. I'm going to make another video about how to love yourself. I'm going to make a series about how to love yourself. But in the middle of that, I'm going to put out these type of just talking head contents where I just sort of riff and dump. And this will be my online journal. And yeah, peace.